Okay, we have an M1 A2338 820-02020-A. And is water damaged. And really, most of this chicanery is just around the top side of the board, pretty much in this area. I think we have, this looks pretty bad, but I think these connectors actually just need to be cleaned and touched up. We'll replace them if needed. Our primary issue is probably going to be in this PP bus speaker amp area down here next to these speaker drivers. So we'll pull those off of another M1 board and reball them and replace them. That's what I'm thinking. I already took pictures of every area that had some corrosion on it. Just as a note for later, the back of the board looks quite clean. Surprisingly, I thought we were going to have a big mess back here too, but looks actually totally fine on the back of the board, interestingly. I already took pictures of the corrosion. I'm going to clean it now. I want those references of the corrosion because they're helpful for later. But for now, we're just going to kind of clean off the board with a brush and some alcohol. And I do already have an ultrasonic cleaner kind of heating up. So really what I like to do when there's kind of a lot of corrosion like this is just clean the board first and ultrasonic it. And then we'll actually look for an electrical problem rather than just replacing everything in a corroded area, because that would take really long and is almost certainly unnecessary. I wouldn't be surprised if really our primary fault is just this area right here. A lot of this stuff, yeah, there's some corrosion around here. These, it doesn't really look that bad, basically. Even like stuff on this fuse, this is just kind of graying. This fuse isn't blown. There's no short on PP bus. But I assume something here is going to be causing a problem. This looks quite bad in that area in particular. Everything else is kind of, I wouldn't say entirely superficial looking. Maybe we'll replace this headphone jack, FBC connector. But like this sort of stuff up here is really, probably just kind of needs to be cleaned off, and that's it. So let's get a brush and start scrubbing, just like your dentist tells you to. And really, with all this corrosion and, shit on the board, it's just kind of hard to see what's going on. So we want to clean those off so we can get a better look. And see, like this connector, right? I get just after cleaning it, is one of those pins just totally gone? Okay. Yeah, so we'll replace this connector. That pin's been totally burnt off. So we'll grab a donor in a second and swap that out. I might go ahead and just replace this. C-port looks okay. These capacitors definitely don't look happy. Like the ends burnt off on them. Okay, and really after cleaning, the only stuff that really kind of revealed is maybe these guys right here don't look too happy. And everything else we already kind of saw what was going on. I think we know we need to replace this headphone jack connector. I'm just going to throw this in the ultrasonic cleaner now, and then we'll run power through it and see what it does, basically. Okay, so I'm just going to replace some stuff that looks bad after the ultrasonic cleaning. We can see how much better the board looks. But really, I think I'm just going to swap out these caps and this headphone jack connector, basically. I'll do that. I'll put some rights-free lo-fi beats for the rework section. We'll be right back. So we ran a jumper for our 2v5 something. What is this? Some kind of filter for audio, I reckon, because it's going to the headphone jack. It goes into an inductor and some other stuff. Yeah, so it's just power filtering for PP5ES2 on our headphone jack connector, and then we just kind of wrap this around the board. And what I did, once I soldered the wires, I ultrasonic the board once more, and then I put the conformal coating just so we didn't have any flux residue. But this will sit fine in the chassis. And this will basically make sure the wire doesn't just get, knocked off easily. I think this will probably turn on now. Nothing looked crazy bad. Let's plug it in. I'm just going to clean off the connectors in the chassis for this, like for the headphone jack and stuff. We were stuck at 5 volts before. 5, getting some current, going up to 20. I think this works now. Oh, you know what? I got a applause button. We'll start using that every time we fix a MacBook board. Okay, well, we're going to put this back in the chassis and test it, but I think this turns on now. We'll see.
So actually, this is a month later from the last clip we had. MacBook does work, but MacBook screen is like deep fried, basically. So there's kind of like weird discoloration, saturation stuff. Liquid got into the LCD panel on this one and damaged it. We had to wait for a part. The guy was going out of town. So what I actually ended up doing was we just bought this off of him. It basically just did a discount on another machine that we were reselling, another M1 Pro that was actually slightly higher spec than this, a little bit more memory, a little bit more storage, which ended up being good for this guy too. He was basically full on storage on this machine. It was an 8 gig of RAM model. So in any case, we reset this MacBook. I'm gonna probably fix the screen and resell this. The board is already repaired, and everything else in the chassis is fine. But the MacBook did work. I had forgot that I recorded a board repair video on this. This is now maybe about a month and a half later. MacBook does live. I think we replaced a few things, audio cap driver thing, and then connector for the headphone jack, and ran a little jumper wire. MacBook is happy now. And I had forgotten, also, I think I recorded other videos after this. I got my little applause button, so I think that's really fun. And this is going to help us fix MacBooks much better in the future. So I'll try to use this every time. All of my technicians are really happy about the applause button. So if you're a repair shop, you should get one of those. It's just a very helpful tool. And we will see you guys in the next MacBook or whatever video.